Can you be my mom for just one day? The words hung in the air like fragile glass, shimmering and trembling all at once. Evelyn Hart, the young CEO of a multi-million-dollar tech empire, froze mid-step, her designer heels clicking softly against the polished marble floor of the downtown office lobby. She had heard requests before, investment pitches, partnerships, even personal favors, but nothing like this. Not in a million years. The voice belonged to a small girl, no older than 7 or 8, clutching a worn backpack with one hand and a tiny, glittering necklace in the other. Evelyn's gaze dropped instinctively to the necklace. Her breath caught. The pendant was a delicate silver heart, etched with tiny initials. Her own. Her own. Evelyn's life was a meticulously constructed mosaic of spreadsheets, board meetings, and keynote speeches. She had built everything from the ground up, yet in all her years of climbing the ladder of success, she had never felt truly whole. Family had been complicated, distant, a chapter she had closed quietly, with more pain than she would ever admit aloud. But now, here was a child holding a necklace that had been missing from her life for over a decade. A necklace she had given away on a day that she had hoped would never be remembered. "Excuse me?" Evelyn finally managed, her voice trembling despite the carefully curated calm she projected in the boardroom. The girl tilted her head, her brown eyes wide and earnest. I don't have a mom. Not really. Can you be my mom for just one day?" Evelyn's heart skipped. She wanted to walk away, to retreat into her safe world of glass walls and curated schedules, but something in the girl's small, trembling voice anchored her in place. The necklace. The sheer impossibility of the coincidence. Why me?" she asked softly. The girl shrugged, a little awkwardly. But there was a vulnerability in her posture that made Evelyn's chest ache. "Because you look like you could be. And maybe I'll feel okay for just a little while if you are." Evelyn swallowed hard, her mind spinning with questions she wasn't ready to answer. She wanted to ask where the girl had come from, how she knew about the necklace, why the universe had dropped this strange, impossible moment into her meticulously organized life. But she didn't. Instead, she simply knelt down so she was at eye level with the small, hopeful face in front of her. "All right," she whispered, almost to herself. One day. That day began with a slow, almost awkward exploration of Evelyn's world. She showed the girl her office, letting her trace the sleek lines of the modern space with tiny fingers. They shared a quiet breakfast in a nearby cafe, where the girl giggled for the first time at a joke Evelyn hadn't meant to make but somehow landed. They wandered through a bookstore, picking out favorite stories and swapping tales of imagined adventures. Every laugh, every shy smile, felt like a drop of warmth in Evelyn's frozen heart. Hours passed in what felt like both a fleeting moment and an eternity. And yet, despite the laughter and the fleeting comfort, Evelyn couldn't shake the knot in her stomach. That necklace wasn't just a coincidence. It had to mean something more. As the sun dipped low, casting golden light across the city streets, the girl tugged Evelyn's hand gently. "I want to show you something," she said. Evelyn followed, curiosity mingled with a strange, hesitant fear. The girl led her to a small, cluttered apartment on the quieter side of town. Inside, the walls were decorated with crayon drawings, stacks of books, and little jars filled with trinkets. On a small table sat an older woman, frail but radiant with love, her eyes lighting up as she noticed Evelyn. "This is Grandma Rose," the girl said softly. "She takes care of me. But she says she can't always be here, so I thought maybe you could be my mom today." Evelyn knelt once more, the weight of years pressing against her chest. The resemblance was uncanny. The woman's hands, weathered and gentle, reminded her painfully of her own mother, who had passed when she was young. And the little girl clutching the necklace, was a mirror of a younger version of herself. Suddenly, the universe didn't feel random. It felt intentional, almost pleading. She hugged the girl. She hugged the grandmother. She let herself feel every shred of longing she had buried over the years. The emptiness, the regret, the desire to protect, nurture, and love without expectation. By the time evening settled, they were laughing together over stories, sharing food, and basking in a fragile but undeniable bond. And then the girl whispered, leaning close so only Evelyn could hear, "Thank you for being my mom today. I didn't think anyone would ever want to be." Evelyn's eyes filled with tears, a mixture of relief, awe, and quiet joy. One day had turned into a lifetime of memories compressed into a few hours. One small act of kindness, saying yes when every instinct screamed no, had unlocked a door to a world she had long thought closed to her. As she walked home that night, the city lights glittering around her, Evelyn's steps felt lighter than they had in years. The necklace glinted softly against the girl's chest in her memory, a reminder that sometimes life sends the right people at the right time. That sometimes opening your heart, even just for a day, can change everything. And in that quiet, breathtaking moment, Evelyn realized that kindness was not just about what you gave others. It was also about what you allowed yourself to receive.